right. New moon in Scorpio. Let's see what's going on.
I hydrate your souls, aquatic meditation. Goddess of the river, lover of precipitation. I am the loving, I am the beauty. Protection of a mother, but sometimes I can get moody. Especially when my children forget that there's work to be done. Ignoring the truth of the suffering one. Your greed and irreverence has dried me out. Rebel or prepare for eternal drought. Oh, Orishas. Be your teachers, open up your eyes. I don't recognize it's a reason for the demons refuse to comply. Speak your mind, don't abide. Be shut, teachers, sister deities, the rivers and the sea. Orishas, your teachers, queens of Africa, Oshuna Yamosha.
Orisha and Abosom and the ancestors to keep the Trinity blue, because when me and you were taking on the Pharaohs, we're taking from our families, we're taking from our terrorists, we're taking to a lake that wasn't really there. See, I followed you there and I washed off your tears. You were wondering where I was when you were saying you're great.
Moon in Scorpio.
I was swimming in the water, swimming in the ocean, swimming in the seas. See, I was chosen to nurture your hoping, keep it awoken. May God bless your token. Stay reverent and open to. Whoa.
Get it started.
Stay reverent and open. Stay reverent and open to. Whoa. Stay reverent and open to. Whoa.
Orishas, be your teachers, open up your eyes. I don't recognize it's a reason for the demons refuse to comply. Speak your mind, don't abide.
So,
Teachers, sister deities, the rivers and the sea.
in the land of the darkness.
Teachers, queens of Africa, Oshuna Yamosha.
Oh, yeah, chill, may peace be chill. Shango, oh, what's up, Aishu? We call on you, please guide us through these times of darkest hue. Baba, we pray, oh, still.
Okay. Let's get it started. Make sure this thing's out. There we go. So, Venus is still retrograde. It'll be retrograde until November 16th. So, we've got a little bit more to ride out, right? Venus will be going direct. Mercury will be going retrograde next week. Lots going on. I have a new deck I'm super excited about. This is a deck that is, the images are from African and Dinka symbols. So I'm super excited to try this deck tonight. I just bought it 2 days ago, so I will be reading from the book if I need to. I might not even need to, but we'll see. We'll see what goes down. So coming out of Halloween, aka the Witch's New Year, the veil was nice and thin. And I am getting the sense that actually the veil is still kind of thin and will remain that way until the end of the year. So I'm going to take 3 collective breaths. Usually I do this before I get on with you all, but tonight I'm just feeling like I'll just go ahead and share it. So I'm going to take 3 deep breaths in. And I was actually inspired to do this reading tonight by the Trap Witch. She's a reader that's on YouTube. I check her out every now and then. And so, yeah. So typically when I start a reading, I also say my name 3 times. Zoe Flowers, Zoe Flowers, Zoe Flowers. And I just ask my most enlightened ancestors and my spirit guides to provide me with the clearest and most concise information that will assist all who are watching, all who are participating in this conversation with their highest good and their greatest joy. I ask you to open the roads to clarity, knowledge, understanding, peace, to give people what they need so that they can take the information and do with it what they will. Ashe. Okay. So I'm going to be using 3 different decks tonight. I'll be using the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. I'll be using my African and Dinkra symbol deck, as I said. And then lastly, I will be pulling from the I Ching. And as usual, I've got my selenite with me, and this particular reading will be from this new moon to the next new moon. Okay? New moon in Scorpio, lots of people in their feelings, lots of chaotic energy floating around, lots of people wondering which way they should go, lots of people feeling unsure, lots of people feeling quite fearful. As with our last reading, the ancestors are still in play. The ancestors want to be included in all that you do. The ancestors want to be put forth first, and they want to be centered in the conversation. And they're asking all of us to step away from our fear and step into the truth of what is. So I'm going to pull, well, one card actually flew out of the deck, the Strength card. All right, Strength card, Leo. Tap into your sacred fire, tap into your sacred knowing. This came up last month too. So we're following along with this same theme, which makes perfect sense with new moon in Scorpio, because of course Scorpio is about passion. And so between this new moon and the next new moon, it's this question that you need to be asking is, where is my passion? Where is my fire? Where is the source of my fire? Is it my family? Is it my friends? Is it my job? You may have started this season, and the season could be the fall season. It could be your birthday season. It could be whatever this season is, this new season, because again, Scorpio is about death, right? It's about the death and the return, the death and the rebirth, right? So what is this? So this season that you were going into, perhaps the season felt like it was for you. Perhaps the people around you felt like they were for you, but now something has shifted. Something has come up. Something has been revealed. And so now you have to revisit what is the true source of your strength? What is the true source of your passion when your world gets turned upside down? What's real? What's real and what's fake? And this is going to be very important in this time of Scorpio. If you have been going back and forth or hiding from that urge, whatever that urge is for you to make that big move, this Scorpio season is going to push you out of your comfort zone. This Scorpio season is going to make you very, very, very uncomfortable. One thing about humans is we can be comfortable even in the most uncomfortable situations. This season should be used for you to wrap that up, right? Delve into your strength. Delve into your hidden strength. Delve into what you know to be true. So in certain traditions, the ancestors and things like that, like tobacco can be a portal. So again, what you know to be true might be hidden. What you know to be true might be disguised because you're so disconnected from yourself, and you've been so disconnected from yourself for so long. You've been hiding for so long. And so this season is really encouraging you to step out on faith, to be the Leo. Okay. Last month, it was more about tempering, being cautious about what you say and how you say it, right? That energy has changed, and now you're being asked, pushed, shoved, cajoled into stepping into your true power. Okay. Two cards out the deck. Ooh, more than two cards. I'm gonna have to shuffle that again. My friend's home. Yay! Hey, Monica. Next card out the deck. Whew. Four of Cups. Bottom of the deck. Death. Let's just vibe on that for a minute. Judgment. Lovers. This is it. This is it. Let's get into it. All right. Strength. Where is your source of strength? Again, you're being pushed, shoved, cajoled, nudged into stepping into your true strength, your true calling. You can no longer hide. It's becoming unbearable. And yet, even with the gifts being presented from you, man, you're just sitting there under the tree with your arms folded, saying, you know what? I'm not super into this gift right now. I think that I will just reject it, right? So if we were to be doing a past, present, future, which we're not necessarily doing, but low key we are doing, this could be your present situation, okay? The strength card could be your past, your immediate past, things popping up, nudges, messages, things of that nature, right? But then here is your present. You are presently ignoring the messages that you've been given. You're ignoring the gifts from heaven, okay? You've got three beautiful cups in front of you, right? But no, I'm going to just sit here with my arms crossed and just pretend like I'm being offered nothing and complain. I'm doing the new moon reading. Oh, okay. So, but here comes death. Go down, death. Right? Here comes death strutting in on the white horse. Yeah? I love this card. I love that Death is like, I don't care what you think you got going on. Homeboy is just like, boom, down, down for the count. His crown off. His little, maybe this is like a little lyra or a flute or something on the ground. Yeah. This religious figure praying. This woman here fainting at the sight of death. How many of us faint at the prospect of change? How many of us are like this religious figure here? Yeah? How many of us try to bargain with change? How many of us try to get around facing what no longer should be in our life? But death is inevitable, and it is Scorpio season. And Scorpio is the ruler of death. And here I am drinking out of my Dia de los Muertos mug tonight. Yeah. You need to be like the scorpion. You need to allow yourself to delve down into the depths of your feelings and figure out, why am I being resistant? Why am I rejecting these cups? Why am I rejecting these gifts from the universe? Yeah. Maybe it's time to make that therapy appointment. Next card out of the deck. These cards literally flew out of the deck. The Lovers. Choice. The choice is always going to be yours. The universe can force you into decisions. Sometimes illness can be a forced choice. Divorce can be a forced choice. Sometimes the Lover's card represents an affair, deceit, choosing between two people. The end of a relationship can be a forced choice because we know that we're very rarely blindsided by certain kinds of deaths. Most endings have a warning. Most endings have a warning before the actual thing ends, right? You usually start to get those nudges, those whispers, that cajoling, but you choose to ignore it, yeah? And then when the inevitable happens, you're mad. So let's get ahead of that in this Scorpio season. Let's get ahead of that, yeah? Let's make the choice so the choice isn't made for us, okay? Next card out of the deck, Judgment. Ultimately, it's up to you. Ultimately, the truths are going to come out. Ultimately, yeah, everything is going to come out in the wash. So you might as well accept it. You might as well accept it and use the energy of this new moon. Even though it's 11:08, yeah, the energy will still be quite alive tomorrow. The new moon energy will still be quite active tomorrow. You can write down what it is you want to let go of for this new moon, what changes you want to make for this new moon, what things you want to see for this new moon. Okay. If you have access to the outside, You might want to bury that. There are certain practices where people take their sort of the things that they want to manifest, their dreams, etc., and they put them in the core of an apple, and then they bury that apple. If you have access to nature and you can get down like that, that could be a very good idea. You can also, of course, just write down the things that you want to let go of and burn that. Okay. But the choice is going to have to be made. Okay. So that is the read. So let's see what the theme is. We're going to use the Adinkra symbol deck to see what the theme of this season is going to be, this new moon season. All right. And then we'll use the I Ching as guidance. Yeah. So we use the tarot for the read. We'll use the Adinkra for the themes. 2 cards fell out of the deck. We'll use the I Ching as the guidance, how to get there, right? So, first card out of the deck, Ajo, which means calmness, a symbol of peace, calmness, and spiritual tranquility. This card has to do with taking care of yourself and replenishing yourself. The book talks about putting your own oxygen mask on first. So where have you been depleting yourself? In the beginning of the conversation, we talked about maybe it's time to get that therapist. Maybe it's time to, get yourself to wherever you need to go to be at your optimal rate, right? Are you overextending? So let's check out this Adwo and see. So it says, take time out. I have it circled. There is no valor in martyrdom. You are a priority and have forgotten this. Take time to recharge your spirit and reflect. Don't underestimate how important it is to take care of you. Fix your own mask before helping others. Create and sustain a routine for self-care. Don't forget you. Maybe the reason why you can't hear the messages is because you're just too tired. You're just too exhausted. Yeah? Your central nervous system is so overworked and tweaked out that you have no room to think creatively. So you can't let anything else in, right? Because you're so overworked. So maybe that means you need to walk away from whatever it is that's overworking you. Maybe you need to walk away from whoever is overworking you and taxing you out. Maybe you need to start safety planning for your self-care during this season so that you can make that move, baby. Yeah? Make that choice, make that change, like Michael said. Okay? Because you don't want to be caught slipping. Put your oxygen mask on. That's the theme. Followed up by Nia Opese Obed Di Hini. He who wants to be king must first learn to serve. Interesting. So let's see. I haven't drawn that one yet. So let's see what that. Society provides many examples of leadership that are toxic and self-serving. Leadership is about service. It is about understanding the needs of your community and serving them, which sometimes can be to the detriment of your desires. It is not an easy role, but it is one you're made for. So there you go. My goodness, this is like so weird how much it's mirroring the other new moon message that I heard about service. My goodness, that's the message. That is the message. So the question is, how do you put on your oxygen mask first? How do you take care of yourself when you're here to serve? How do these things coexist? Because those are the themes. Those are the themes for the season. So you know you're here to do a thing. That thing is taxing. How do you work in a way that doesn't overtax you? So let's see what the I Ching says. Let's look to the guidance and the wisdom of the I Ching. And what a beautiful reading for Scorpio season. Because how can we fully be in our passion? How can we keep our fire going, our beautiful Leo fire? How can we keep that burning if we're tired? Yeah. Number 34 is the hexagram. The power of the great. Above thunder, below heaven. Thunder in heaven, respecting the established order. The power of heaven is heard in the voice of the thunder, which proclaims its vastness. The populace is compelled to obey what cannot be changed at present. The populace is compelled to obey what cannot be changed at present. Okay, I get it. Thus are tyrants raised to power by the oppression of dissenting voices. But those who rule with justice may engender obedience born of respect. Those who rule with justice may engender obedience born of respect. So, being just, being judicious with your words, knowing when to move forward and when to move back. That is how we will get through this season. We will begin to safety plan for our own self-care. We will do some sort of ritual around releasing the things that we don't want to happen anymore and to welcome the things that we do. We will allow the dead to die. We will stop trying to resuscitate old relationships, old ways of being, because the season will not allow it. It'll allow it, but it's not going to allow you to do it comfortably. And we are going to tap into our discernment so that we can act from the most just place possible. So that's it. That is it. New moon in Scorpio. I will see you all at the full moon. I might pop in next week on Friday the 16th when Mercury goes retrograde and Venus goes direct. I might pop in then. But if not, I will see you at the full moon on the 23rd. And by then we'll be in Sagittarius. So, yeah. All right, y'all. As usual, you can check me out on my YouTube page on The Magic Hour. I'm going to take a picture of this actually. And I hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon.